To get a promotion, Stan went to his boss's house to shine his shoes, but while there, he was stunned to find Haley, and immediately jumped to the conclusion that his boss had slept with his own daughter. In a fit of rage, Stan pulled out his gun, shot his boss dead, and knocked Haley unconscious. Unfortunately, the whole scene was witnessed by people outside. Stan chased them down and shot the bystanders, and was about to kill a blind man nearby, until the man insisted he hadn't seen a thing.
Oh, okay.
Smith?
Yeah?
Are you okay?
No, I'm not okay. You slept with my daughter. Wait a minute. That guy wasn't blind. He saw my gun. Damn it!
Haley told Stan that her feelings for Bulock were entirely her own choice. She was deeply drawn to him. Not only did he challenge her, but he had an incredibly strong inner character. Stan flatly refused to accept this, and only relented when Bulock promised him a promotion.
Oh, of course.
When Francine found out about Haley and Bulock's relationship, she was deeply unsettled. Bulock was 40 years older than Haley, and on top of that, he was Stan's superior. Stan, however, shrugged it off, and Francine could see right through him. He was only being agreeable because of the promotion. She pushed Stan to talk Haley into breaking things off with Bulock. Around the same time, Haley's ex-boyfriend Jeff showed up at the door, unable to get over her. But the kind of man Haley wanted was strong and decisive, and Jeff clearly didn't meet her standards. Stan overheard their conversation and decided to take matters into his own hands. He was going to turn Jeff into a real man.
All right.
Stan strapped Jeff to a pole and electrocuted him every time he failed to stand up for himself. After a long and grueling training session, Jeff finally learned to push back and successfully became the man Haley was looking for. Stan brought the good news home to Francine, convinced that Haley would dump Bulock before long. But to his shock, Bulock showed up at their house wearing Haley's clothes. Stan grabbed a knife, ready to take care of him, until Bulock mentioned he wanted to discuss the promotion. Stan dropped the knife immediately. Bulock decided to officially elevate Stan's position and announced he would make the declaration before the committee that very day.
I got the promotion, Francine!
Yes, but you lost my respect. You're not the man I married.
And you're not the man I married!
That doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't have to! I got a promotion!
At the meeting, just as Bulock was about to announce Stan's appointment as deputy director of the CIA, his phone rang. It was Haley, calling to break up with him. He also learned that Haley had gotten back together with Jeff. Devastated and humiliated, Bulock bolted from the room. Stan went over to comfort him, and Bulock assured Stan the promotion was still on, but with one condition. Stan had to do something for him first.
Oh, come on! I picked up your laundry, I polished your shoes, I've done everything but bend over backwards for you, and my daughter did that, so I say we count it! What else could you possibly want me to do?
Kill Jeff Fisher.
Stan went to Haley and demanded she get back together with Bulock. It was a win-win, he argued. Lives would be spared. Haley had no idea what he was talking about, but made it clear, as long as Jeff had changed, she would choose Jeff.
Shh, I was never here. Bob, I'm all turned around. Can you tell me how to get back to the road?
Stan and Bulock drove Jeff out to the middle of nowhere, planning to kill him there. Stan fired a warning shot first. Just the sound of it sent Jeff crumbling to his knees. Bulock generously offered Jeff a 30-second head start to run. Jeff, however, didn't hesitate. He jumped in the car and floored it. Jeff frantically called Haley, explaining his situation and begging her to come save him. Meanwhile, Bulock, riding on Stan's back, tracked Jeff down to a diner. Just as the two of them were closing in, Haley arrived in the nick of time. But Bulock grabbed Jeff and hurled him across the room, then turned on Haley, unleashing a torrent of vile insults. Stan had heard enough. He drove his fist straight into Bulock's face, and the two of them brawled right there in the diner. Stan would not allow anyone to talk about his daughter that way, not even his own boss. By the time it was over, Bulock could barely get back on his feet.
Any last words, Deputy Director?
Just two. You pass.